Our project is on regression. So before we get started, here's a question for you guys. What memory would you want to relive if you could? So here's the terminology: regression line, the data line of the best fit. Residual, the difference between the actual value y and the predicted. In other words, value predicted error. Method of least squares, the method used for making the residuals small. Marginal change, the magnitude of the change in one variable when the other variable changes exactly 1 unit. Extrapolation, making predictions beyond the bounds of the data. Influential observation, an observation that when removed from the data values would markedly change the position of the regression line. So here's the regression line formula. So we have y1 equals a plus bx. So we have two formulas for that. We have a, which is going to be the y-intercept, and b, which is going to be the slope. So you'd be surprised, but we can actually use regression in our everyday life. So how do we do this? So this technique allows us to see if there are any changes between the first plot A and the second plot B. It's used to demonstrate if the factors are progressing. Regression is used in agriculture, technology, nutrition, science, and economics. This fact allows the researcher to see any improvement or investigate the causes. The researcher uses techniques of the regression line to make predictions, which allows the researcher to get a better understanding of their data. So, assumptions for valid predictions in regression. So 1, the sample has to be a random sample. 2, for any specific value of the independent variable x, the value of the dependent variable y must be normally distributed. And 3, the standard deviation of each of the dependent variable must be the same for each value of the independent variable. So here's example 1. A teacher wishes to see if there is a relationship between the number of hours of So here's example 1. A teacher wishes to see if there is a relationship between the number of hours of study and the test scores on their final exam. She selected 5 random students. Example 2. A parent wants to see if there is a relationship between number of hours his baby naps and the number of sleep the baby gets at night. He picks 6 random days. How to use regression to analyze the effect of pH on germination rates. Regression is used for the researchers to see the progression of the data, whether the data improved or not. In this case, the pH and the germinated fall in different categories, so the researcher can predict that the pH has an effect to the germinated seeds.